Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the type of IP addresses. This topic is very much important for the network engineers or the people who are working currently in NOC environment or you are working in some other technology where you need help from the network people. So sometimes it is very beneficial to have basic understanding of IP addresses, because every type of device, like either it's a database, either it's a server, storage, or whatsoever, they need IP address. So it will be good if you have a knowledge of IP addresses and the type of IP addresses. So this video is mainly focused on the type of IPv4 addresses we have. So I have divided IPv4 addresses into three different parts. One is public IP address, private IP address, and reserved IP address. So the main difference between public, private, and reserved IP address is public IP address is the address for which you have to pay. Okay, and if you want, like your data should be seen or should be, your application or something can be seen by anyone anywhere in the world, then you have to purchase one public IP address, right? But let's suppose if you want to, in a campus environment, if you want to communicate between each other, then there is no need to buy public IP address. In that case, you can use a private IP address. For that, you no need to pay. There are few classes which are already defined for private IP address, and they can be same. Let's suppose in my private organization I'm using the same IP range, and in your private organization you can also use the same IP range. That is possible. And the third one is the reserved one. There are few IPs which are reserved for something, so we'll discuss that as well. So here you can see IP address leads to a corporation known as public IP address. IP address that are unregistered and may overlap, that I have already explained to you, is called private IP address. So IANA is the Internet Assigned Number Authority who is providing these IP subnets. And if we talk about the regional structure, that is ARIN, LACNIC, RIPE, NCC, APNIC, and for Africa region, it's AFRINIC. So these are the regional internet registry. So if you are a company who is going to buy the IP address, then you should know in depth about these organizations so that I mean, ISP, the internet service provider, is not the everything, right? So generally we ask internet service provider to provide us the internet connection, and we will get the public IP address, but that is just for the home use, right? But if you want to purchase an IP address for the commercial use, then you have to contact to these authority, and it depends upon the size of your organization, like where you have to contact. So this is again a big topic. In future, if I get time, I'll make one deep video about the complete structure of this IP registry process, right? So if we talk about the private IPv4 address, there is an RFC for this, and the RFC number is 1918. If you need more information about the private IP address, you can see this RFC. I'll show you this RFC as well. So we have three different classes: class A, class B, class C. So class A range is 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. This is the private IP range. Class B private IP range is 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. And Class C IP address is 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255 and 255. And if you ask why it's .31 only, why it's not like .168 only, then I have no answer, because it is like this, right? And there are few reserved IP addresses, that is 0.0.0.0, that is used for DSCP request. DSCP dynamic host configuration protocol means if you are asking someone to provide you the IP address, that is DSCP. And 127 dot anything is the loopback, that is for self loop test, like the NIC card testing. For let's suppose, for an example, if I want to check my PC NIC, so how I can check it? Is it working fine or not? Sorry, ping 127.0 anything. See, so it responds I'm getting the response. This means that my PC NIC is fine. It is ready to take or to send the electrical signals outside, right, in the form of 0 1 first, and then it will convert it into the signals in the end of the day, right? And the next thing is APIPA, that is 1969.254. If you are getting this IP on your system, then it's just a Microsoft feature, right? So let me show you about, so first, this APIPA. What is APIPA? Automatic Private IP Addressing. APIPA stands for Automatic Private IP Addressing. It is a feature or characteristics in operating system Windows which enables computer to self-configure an IP address and subnet mask automatically when their DHCP server is unreachable. Okay, so this is a self feature provided by Windows, and the range of the APIPA is 169.254.0.1 to 169.254.255.254, having 65,534 IP addresses. So this is good information here. It's on Google, and this is that, I mean, I talked about this RFC, right? RFC 1918 for private IP address. So you can see this is the request for comment RFC written by these people in 1996. So introduction, motivation, from where, categories. So why I'm showing you this, because see, I am telling you the basics things. See, this is internet assigned numbers theory. So if you want more deep information, then I always recommend people to go and see these RFCs, right? So see, these are the information we have about this RFC. So you can recommend this RFC as well. So this is very important. Now, through diagram, let me tell you one difference between private and public IP address uses. Okay. So let's suppose I have this these two switches in my LAN environment. Okay. And there are few PCs connected, right? Right. So for their local communication, right, this way, I do not require any public IP address. I can assign them a private IP address and they can communicate easily, right? So let's suppose 10.1.1.1 want to communicate to 10.1.1.2. Here's a router, let's suppose hypothetically, and this is our internet, and this is somewhere a Google server, right? So let's say this way, I'm connecting to interface, bad design, but let's see, this is, let's suppose, a WAN link. Okay. Oh my god, it's a bad design. All right, so this is, let's suppose, a router. Router 1, this is your WAN, and this is your, let's suppose, google.com, right? So if an organization, let's suppose this is an organization, right? So if these two PC want to communicate, they do not need any public IP. So this is what? This is private IP, right? So what is the benefit? The benefit is I do not need to pay anything to anyone. But now if this PC want to open google.com, then on this interface, I have to configure the public IP address. That is one thing, one way. Or the second way is I can use a concept called network address translation, NAT, right? So in future we will discuss this concept as well. But see, now you able to understand the difference between public and private, right? And here it is, the public IP, right? So I hope you like this video, and if you have any question, you can mark me an email. Thank you so much.